Hello and welcome to another update video about BNB. This is, in my opinion, continues to be in a downtrend here. At the moment, at least, this is what I assume. So also with the latest lows here, we can't say that wave 2 was possibly already in here. That was the alternative anyway. So it remains my focus to go lower here. And Binance continues to be in this particular scenario. It's generally a bullish scenario, which would get invalidated below, well, not invalidated, but very unlikely below $205 until we stay above that, or as long as we stay above that level, we can focus here generally on higher. And we would assume that this was a 1, this here is a 2, and this will be a 3 next. Target for that wave 3 I could give you as well. But I think it will take some time to get this correction all done. So it depends on where we are going to land in this wave 2. We don't know that yet, but let's say we get maybe close to the $200 level, then target for the wave 3 would be around $460. That's the 1.618 extension. Always an ideal target for a wave 3. And you can see that this is actually at the same high at the previous wave 4 high, so it's potentially very important resistance level as well. So let's just sort of from a high level point of view, we can see that we are basically in this ABC pattern. That's my opinion, yeah. ABC in a wave 2, yeah, pretty straightforward. I'll make that yellow actually just to indicate here that this belongs to the wave 2. And yeah, in the wave where are we? Yeah, in the wave 2 then, or in the wave C, we have probably completed, that's how I see it, here a 1-2 pattern already. And we are now basically in this wave 3. It's a bit like the Bitcoin chart at the moment. In that also here on the Bitcoin chart, we said we completed a 1-2 setup. We are now in the wave 3. Now with that, we can assume that, so because of the choppy price action, that this is a diagonal, the entire move, and that we count this as a wave A. This was the B, and we are now in the wave C of the wave 3, so that the wave 3 in itself is a 3-wave move. We have that a lot lately here on a lot of the crypto charts. With these diagonal structures, they suddenly start to make sense again, but this is an explanation why this is such choppy price action. Looking then in the micro here, and this is really interesting, in the micro, it at the moment at least looks like that we have a 1-2 setup here, because the wave C in itself, and this is where it's getting a bit complicated, the wave C obviously is a 5-wave move, so this could very well be the first 1-2 setup, which would result in quite a strong sell-off afterwards, then a 4 up and a 5 down. So a 1-2 setup is always interesting for traders, yeah. As a potential short setup. Now, I'm not telling you what to do here. I'm just purely pointing out the fact that this could be a 1-2 setup, and we're basically running into resistance here at the moment, where we ideally don't get above $273, because this is again the level where a wave 2 gets a bit unlikely above that level. But 273 here, the 270 level already is key resistance at the 61.8% FIB level, and then we have a target for the wave 3 to the downside. Let's measure that as well. Let's assume I might have topped out here. I think we might actually go to 273. A target to the downside would then be $247 for that wave 3. There would then be a wave 4 and a wave 5 down to complete wave C. But in that moment, we have only really completed wave 3 in white, and then we will bounce lower. Yeah, that is sort of how I see it. So generally, I would say that all of these waves here in that wave C are 3-wave moves. So we had here the wave 1, can be counted nicely as a 3-wave move actually. The wave 2 obviously as well. Then here the wave 3, at the moment at least, makes the impression. Alternatively, I could just count this as a 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, which gets unrealistic. So yeah, looking interesting for now, and I would expect further continuation to the downside if we make it now above, first of all, above the 276 level. then this wave 2 in yellow will get invalidated. yeah, then we might assume that we have a larger wave 2 unfolding here in white. So similar to the Bitcoin chart, I talked about a similar pattern there. But again, only then here as well, you know, we are sort of restricted by the previous swing high. And again, then it's the $300 level is the key level where we should definitely stay below that. If we get above $300, we might need to consider something bullish, and that the low was already in here. But for now, I am focusing further on the downside for BNB. Yeah, and that's my update about BNB. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.